I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Okay, this doesn't work. Sorry. Hello, beautiful bookworms. My name is Katrina and welcome to my channel. And today I am going to be doing the mid-year book Freakout tag, even though we're probably already in July when I post this, so it's not middle of the year anymore, but we really don't care and I just want to talk about books, so yeah. So as you've probably seen, I've been away for a while because it's been some chaotic days. I have a lot on my mind. I have evaluations, projects, craziness all around, but here we are, and we are going to talk a little bit about the books that I've read this mid-year and the books that I want to read the next mid-year. I don't know, let's consider July the middle of the year, because basically, if we think about it, is the year passing? Not really. So it's still middle of the year. We can do this, we can. So the first question in this tag is, what's the best book that you've read in this half of the year? Was there a best book? I mean, wow, this was disheartening. I just saw what I've read throughout the entirety of this first 6 months, and best books. I mean, sure. Okay, so if I have to think about this, I'll have to go with a manga, in this case No Longer Human by Junji Ito, which I don't have the physical copy here with me, but I will leave somewhere my review of that book, manga, which impacted me because of the way that it represented mental illness, because of the way that I identified with some of those situations, and because of the ending of the art and everything in between. It's supposed to be Junji Ito's adaptation of this author's work, and it's a very autobiographical work of that author, and he committed suicide fairly young, I believe. So yeah, it was a bit impactful for me, and I have to say that for all that I've read in this 6 months, I think that that's going to be the one that I will choose as best, even though I can see why it might not be the best choice, but at the same time, I mean, obviously, I am not going to tell you to go read it, especially if you suffer for any mental illness or if you're not comfortable with the series of trigger warnings that appear in that manga. But yeah, that's going to be it. Number 2 is best sequel, and again, I don't even know if I even read in this year 2020. Like, what are you doing to me? I'm not even reading anything. With the best sequel, I think I will go with The Girl from the Other Side Volume 7 by Nagabe, because yes, mangas are superior in this hellish year of 2020 that we are living in, and I have not been able to actually read something physically that it's not a manga that gives me as much pleasure as this has given me. I think The Girl from the Other Side is almost perfect. I love it, and I think that the volume 7 is as great as the other volumes, and so it qualifies as best sequel. 3 is a new release you have not read yet, but I want to. I'm gonna cheat a little bit on this one. So, The Conjuring of Light by V. Schwab. And you're going to say, that's not a new release of 2020. And I will say to you, the Portuguese edition of it is, and since I haven't read it, and I have the Portuguese edition that actually came out in June, in the beginning of June, it's a new release here in Portugal for me, in my shelves, or on my shelves. So, it counts. And I desperately want to read this, so it counts. If we're talking about real new releases that actually are coming out for the first time this year in their supposed language of reading, maybe The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but that hasn't come out yet. Dark Dawn, it counts, by Jake Restoff. It came out fairly recently. I haven't even read Nevernight, but I want to read Dark Dawn, so yeah. Tunnel of Bones by V. Schwab. Was that this year? I don't even know. 4 is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and for that one I do have an answer. It's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V. Schwab, and I'm so freakishly excited for that book. Like, I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but the strength is coming out of me, and I think I will do something insane. I don't know, because that just sounds such a great book. I just want to read it so much. Number 5 is biggest disappointment. I really didn't want to say this, but I have to. Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill. This, I was expecting it to blow me away. It actually buried me underground and danced on top of me. Not in a good way. It was just like, ha, you thought I was going to be good? Well, fuck you. And yeah, it wasn't really that great. And I'm very sorry, because I know a lot of people that I respect and that have a lot of opinions like mine that love this, but I can't love this. It wasn't great. It was nice, I guess, but it wasn't great. It wasn't. I mean, what was the point of let's just forget it. Number 6 is biggest surprise. And I would have to go with one that, again, I don't know the translation to English because this is originally Portuguese, and that is The City and the Mountains by S. of Queiroz. And I was not expecting this to be as great as it was. Like, seriously, if you can get your hands on this, this is short, this is brilliant, this is funny. I absolutely loved this book, and I wasn't expecting it. Not that I don't like this author, because I do, but I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. 7 is favorite new author, so new to you, not new to the world, if you know what I mean. And to be truthful with you, I haven't read any new authors to me, so I can't really answer this question. And favorite new author, not really, so we're just going to skip. So number 8 is newest fictional crush, and I cannot answer this without being criticized. So, I don't know. Let's just say that I read a fanfic a while back in April. And now I read a lot of Tamoini fanfics, and I will leave it like that. Interpret the way that you want it. You didn't hear this from me, but it's true. Pretend you didn't listen to this, but oh my god. So 9 is your new favorite character. Since I already started reading A Darker Shade of Magic prior to actually filming this, I'm putting up Conjuring of Light because it's easier for me. I am going to say Kel, but also Holland for some reason, and you guys are going to be like, what, excuse me? I know, right? He's such not a great person, but I like him for some reason, so. And Kel, very much Kel. So those are my new favorite characters, even though I haven't finished the first book. But we will consider this for the purpose of this video. Number 10 is a book that made you cry. No Longer Human, for sure. Here, yeah, a lot. Like, ugly sobbing, very. A book that made you happy. Another one. The City and the Mountains. Again, I laughed so much. Like, I haven't laughed out loud to a book. Like, crying is fairly normal when I have any given emotions to cry in a book, but laughing at a book, it's not that normal because I don't read a lot of happy things. This book, I laughed so much. Like, seriously, I'm recommending this to you. Go read it. Go. Get out of here. Unsubscribe. I don't care. Go read it. It's perfect. Most beautiful book that you bought so far or received. It's a handbook on my thesis theme. And this is just to show you how fucking nerd I am. But seriously, look at this perfection. It's perfection. It is. Also, this Conjuring of Light. Fucking perfect. I mean, have you seen the color scheme of this? I want to live in this color scheme. That's all. Also, I got Kingsbane in the beginning of the year. I haven't read it yet, which of course I haven't, but look at this perfection. Beautiful books. I mean, god damn it, it's just gorgeous. And last question 13 is, what books do you have to read or do you want to read by the end of the year? And to answer that very quickly, I want to read the Darker Shade of Magic series by the end of like this month, July specifically. So the end of the year, yeah. I would very much like to finish the Others series by Anne Bishop. So I only have 2 books left and I want to finish it before the end of the year as well. I also had a dream that I was going to read War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy this year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but for purposes of wanting to, I don't know, just keep me accountable or something, I will put this in this video, but it's not going to happen. Like, I mean, look at the size of this. It's not, but I really want to read this one as well. Also, Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert, a classic that I have for years and haven't picked up, and I've seen the movie and I really want to read a book because the movie made me feel stuff and I want the book to explain them to me. So this one as well. I would like to reread the entirety of The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón until the end of the year, since I only read book 1 and 2 and I have 3 and 4 here to read, and sadly he passed away, so he's not going to write anymore. So I really want to read the rest of this, since The Shadow of the Wind was one of my favorite books when I read it, so hence why. And The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenson, because I have this. I want to read this. I bought this on release date here in Portugal, and if I read it, no, of course not, because am I even reading right now? No, I'm not. My life is a mess. So yeah, guys, that's going to be all for this mid-year book freakout tag, where I'm actually freaking the fuck out because I haven't read anything, I don't know, like the other years. I mean, this year is just so fucking strange. You know what I mean? Do you feel this too? You feel this too. Of course you do. Anyways, I just hope that you guys are all okay within the possibility. Focus on me. Me, yes. Within the possibilities in this situation that we're all living in. But yeah, if you've done this tag, just tell me so I can go check it out. If you have a best book or a best sequel or most disappointed book that you want to talk about, down below is the place. I love to talk with you guys. So that's going to be all for today, and happy readings to you all. Bye!